What's up everybody, Chris here. Today in this video we're going to investigate the question, is Dungeons & Dragons evil? And look into the mayhem that led up to Tom Hanks going crazy.
Hey everybody, this is Dan from DMSurvival. What does Tom Hanks have to do with D&D?
Tom Hanks played in the movie Mazes of Monsters, which is based off of events in the early 1980s, where a young man, James Dallas Egbert III, disappeared and later committed suicide. It was then theorized that it was related to Dungeons & Dragons. Tom Hanks played it as Robbie Wheeling, who began the game of Mazes of Monsters with college friends, soon loses touch with reality, believing the game is real. Mazes of Monsters mirrors what William Deere, the private investigator investigating the disappearance of Egbert, theorized that Dungeons & Dragons made Egbert lose touch with reality and then led to Egbert's death. Deere used the fear of the local steam tunnels near the school Egbert attended, along with the imagery he gained from the rising popularity in Dungeons & Dragons books, to tell his own version of the events.
The arrival of a new game based on legends and sorcery and the increasing popularity raised concern amongst those within the media and other organizations. While Dungeons & Dragons is a game of imagination, it was the imagination of the media that turned a role-playing game into a moral panic. Dungeons & Dragons, featuring mythical creatures, demons, devils, and sorcery, was based on a medieval war game known as Chainmail. The moral panic's flames were fanned even further with the 60 Minutes episode, Is D&D Evil?, which led many organizations to petition the government to place warning labels on the boxes, which never occurred.
Regardless of the craze that sought to bring about the downfall of Dungeons & Dragons, the supporters of the game and a massive following carried the ever-burning torch into pop culture. D&D made its first appearance in television in the 1980s with the cartoon series Dungeons & Dragons. It later, in 2000, released its first movie, self-titled Dungeons & Dragons, then followed by Dungeons & Dragons Wrath of the Dragon God and Dungeons & Dragons Book of Vile Darkness. Dungeons & Dragons given reference throughout television and film. Steven Spielberg ran a game session before the filming of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Even within the movie, Elliot and his brother was teaching friends on how to play the game Dungeons & Dragons. Moreover, it's been referenced throughout television in The Big Bang Theory, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Simpsons, as well as Futurama had a feature film called Bender's Game, which is based off of the world of Dungeons & Dragons.
What you doing, mini meatbags? Shooting craps?
We're playing Dungeons & Dragons.
How does one define evil? Does evil come from a few friends sitting around the table, imagining their heroic adventures, saving a village from monsters? While it is a sad reality that suicide impacts families around the planet, most Dungeons & Dragons players gain excitement and satisfaction from playing Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons has changed many lives by enhancing those players through critical thinking, strategic planning, social skills, and encouraging teamwork and cooperation.
May all of you take into account that Dungeons & Dragons enriches lives. It does not take lives, nor does it teach you how to summon creatures of the dark. It is a game that can build long-lasting friendships. Although you should always be vigilant and watching for warning signs of depression and seek guidance.
Again, this is Dan from DMSurvival, and if you enjoyed this video, please smash the subscribe button and the like button. Also, hit the notification bell so you know when the new videos are posted. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.